Hey everyone, AniMonster here. Welcome back to Amnesia: The Dark Descent. I took a small break. I put my hair back, and I got my blanket. So I'm ready to tackle this. Let's do this shit. How am I feeling? I'm feeling all good. My hands are a little shaky, but you know what? We got this. It's probably my At the time of recording this, there's only one episode of this out. The thin, cold mist brushed his face as he stepped outside. London weather could be cruel, but it was the kind of cruelty he could handle. So, once again, I've actually done this part already. Like, I did complete this part. I got the rod from in here, so my apologies if I'm not quite as jumpy about it as one might expect. But I really do want to complete this game. I've owned this game forever. I've tried playing it before, and I've never been able to get myself to play it. So I'm actually going to... Part 1 is the only thing that's out right now at the time of me recording this, but I know I have people hoping to see me go through this, so I have to send out a thanks to that, because the fact that I wish this thing would stop. To my most trusted student and friend, Joanne Meyer. Okay. I'm sorry, I have to see if I can... Ugh. Oh my god. It's awful. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20-odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodramus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. It was as it was told about, an underground Mithrak temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fit in my cupped hand, and the texture was smooth and jagged, its color washed while rich. Contrast was not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within the stone. I was staying at a nearby village called Aldrest, investigating one of the antiquated trails, and when I found the cavern. I went inside, and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. As you can understand, this was the most important discovery of my life, but it also became my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetched the orb from its place. I scrambled out to the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees turned to charcoal, black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away from the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The guardian had taken the orb from me, but still unto this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night, listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs, and I realized I owe you the truth of my visit to Alstad. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Shit. I am out. Hey, look, oil. Did this for you guys. I replayed this entire thing for you guys. Oh no, it's this room. Guess it's not gonna... Oh, there it goes.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Oh, I hate those sound effects so much. Animal experiment. Canis lupus familiaris. 1658, April 2nd. April 12th. That's... After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain-induced stress, which seems to trigger an androgynous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genius. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy, since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. As if he wasn't fucked up enough. God. So awful. Anatomy Frontiers. 1658, January 9th. Further disappointment, the antiquarian's latest findings yielded nothing. I am still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill the void myself. Clearly humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice as they prove less of a hassle to require. Oh, I think this was— oh, yeah, that was the one with skulls in it. Oops. God, I feel you, dude. Could you not? I thought it was a good idea. Oh god. I think I almost fell off there. Blue light. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind is not even wasted a breath, yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. Elevator schematics. Using steam power for elevation. Chamber controller.
This shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, it's definitely based on how much you already have. Flow cycle rod. Alright. I am... close that. While I poke around here. Let's light that so I don't have to... If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. Meter should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the following flow is set according to the chart. Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, and complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not work until all routes have been inserted. If I'm not mistaken, this is where, yeah, okay. Anything over here? Thankfully this part kind of goes by quick, so we'll get to new stuff in a moment. Because I still haven't gone into the guest room. I'm pretty sure that's where the key to the machine room is. Dude, could you not? Holy hell. I'm also just kind of assuming that I have to jump over these, and I don't really want to test to see if you don't have to. Herbert's trunk was wrapped in rope. The lock had been broken in by thieves, he assumed. He wondered if anything had been left, considering all the hands that had passed. Hello? I was only mildly terrified. Oh, lovely. Awesome. Disgusting and amazing, and oh god, there's blood in the water. Oh, this was supposed to be the safe area.
Herbert, how did we find this place?
An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map.
Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come?
He wanted to, Daniel, but things don't always turn out the way we planned.
Well, I thought I was going to go to the guest. Can I even enter the guest room? Like, is that a thing I can do? Alright, yeah, I can. He returned the teacup to the saucer and picked up the orb as one would an apple and pondered on the strange happenings. I already read that one.
My journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
Okay, so this is where Daniel was staying then. Is there anything in here I need? Oh, there's tinder boxes. Tinder boxes everywhere, though. There's also a lit. Oh, because the lights are actually on in here. Hey, look, a crowbar!
July 1839. I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Revelations. I wonder what we're gonna learn.
Daniel,
What?
still having nightmares, I see.
Yes, I can't shake them. They come every night.
We'll put a stop to them. You'll see.
So this is learning more about Daniel then. Alright. Didn't realize I could take those out.
July 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
I see you there, Royal.
The key. Please, let it be here.
That's not a good... Huh? What the fuck was that?
4th of July, 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
Okay then, Sir William Smith had been marked. There was no way for him to know that the young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow. Oh, great. And now we have body parts littering the ground. Awesome! This is disgusting! What is this? Like, can I even get in here? I can't even get in there. What am I supposed to do? I don't know what I'm... Okay, so it is in the guest room. I must have just missed it. But the guest room wasn't that big. He flipped through the Book of Monarchs looking for etchings and counted. 9 different kings from all over Europe had been depicted with an orb resting in their hands. That's disconcerting.
God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
The strange letter frightened him, but it was also the only one which offered some comfort. Took far longer than it should have. So get out of here, it's gross. I say as I throw it exactly where I was going to go. Wow, literally right in my way. I wish it stopped. You know what? You know what? Let's just... There. Okay. Professor Taylor was the second death caused by his damned curiosity. Oh, this looks like a whole lot of bullshit. Alright, let's do this. Can I turn this? Nope. Oh, fucking hell. Alright. 8 up, 8 down. Okay. But that won't work until I get the rods in, so...
5th of July, 1839. Today, I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Before I'm actually going to end the, gonna end the episode here. Tomorrow, or next time, we'll descend down the stairs. Thank you for watching. This is AniMonster signing off. Have a good night.